Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Twins in the Kitchen in our beautiful Apple studio. I'm your host, Claudia, and my twin sister, Elizabeth, and we have Vanessa over there. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, guys.
Twins in the Kitchen Live is sponsored by 50 Express, Apple's Coffee, Piara Pizza, Baker's Express, and Bakery Trade.
And now a special message from our advertisers. Experience the perfect balance of rich flavor and subtle vivaciousness in our medium roast, ideal for coffee lovers of all tastes. Apple's Gourmet Blend Coffee is a symphony of flavors showcasing the finest Arabica coffees from Central and South America. Savor the notes of cocoa and earthiness that linger on your palate long after the last sip. Enjoy your coffee with peace of mind knowing it's free from GMOs, gluten, and allergens. Available on Amazon, order your Apple's Gourmet Blend Coffee today and discover the difference that exceptional coffee can make. Piara Pizza offers a wide variety of delicious pizzas, from thin crust to deep dish, chicken wings, breadsticks, and even party-sized pizzas. For all of our local Twins in the Kitchen fans, visit our Whittier location and get a large pepperoni or cheese pizza for only $5.99. A great option for any function. Mention Twins in the Kitchen podcast to receive this special offer. Visit Piara Pizza at 8808 Painter Avenue, Whittier, California. Cross Street is Lambert. Offer is valid until further notice.
That sounded pretty. Now I want pizza and coffee.
I know.
Can we have them together? For lunch.
For lunch.
Well, coffee I already had. Pizza maybe later, huh?
Later. That does sound good,
So
actually.
just a friendly reminder that we are going to be having a giveaway, and if you won in the last 30 days, you cannot win, okay? Again, you got to wait the 30. If you won, you have to wait the 30 days, and then you're eligible to win again, okay? That sounds good.
Sounds great.
Oh,
Also,
that you sound
adding, oh my gosh.
Right?
Adding to that.
Outside? No.
I know. I feel like everyone can hear me. Adding to the giveaway, you do now have 24 hours to claim your prize. So if you win today, from that time to tomorrow, you have to claim your prize. Okay. Just because we sell out on a lot of things. So we have had, times where it's like, oh, I won like a month ago and we don't have that anymore. So, we want you, and plus we want you to get your gifts ASAP so you can try them out, recreate whatever it is that you're going to make. So yeah, just a little FYI for you guys. Okay.
Yes. Cool. And then remember to share this video, share, so then everybody could get a little bit of knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So share on Facebook,
us,
share it to your friends, to messengers, and that way they can join in on today's.
I'm like, it's funny because sometimes when I see that they share the video, I'm like, more people are watching this.
I know.
A little bit of anxiety. I'm like, you know what? So far they haven't been really mean to us, but I'm like, I'm just like waiting for somebody to like make fun of our voice or something. I'm like, but it's okay.
They're gonna make fun of our voice. That's gonna happen because we got teased for that our whole lives. Don't think that things are gonna change now.
But the more people, the more eyes on you is like the more like criticism and stuff like that.
That's
but
true.
it is what it is, and we're here, we're live, and oh well.
Yeah.
It is what it is. What you see is what you get, my friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, God made us with this voice, and there's nothing that
Like
we can do.
it's funny when people goes, oh, like you guys are twins. Oh my God, you guys sound exactly the same. Like, oh, thanks. Out of all the things, that's what you know.
I
It's
know.
okay, but great.
I know. I was
Thanks.
like, probably like a boy. I know.
What was it? What was it in high school? Kermit the Frog, or the people used to call us what was it? China, I guess, because we were like devout. I don't know.
Oh, the wrestler.
The wrestler,
voice and everything.
the
Yeah.
voice. boys because she was like, I don't know, like they used to make
Yeah,
fun of
just
us
a
like
bunch
so.
of stuff.
That's
You
why
know,
you know
That's
boys.
too
mostly boys,
much.
but you know.
Yeah, and then
There are
the boys
brats.
that were brats, they would send you the little letters. Oh, I really like you. That's why I make fun of you. Like, really? Well, you should be nice to me instead.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Back
how
in
it
the
is when
day.
you grew up.
That
Back in
is
the day.
so funny.
But yeah.
So I see on TikTok there's you can share as well. So I see some people sharing the live.
cool.
So thank you
so much.
guys.
Thanks for
you.
sharing.
Martha, good afternoon. Annette,
Martha.
Edith,
The little,
good afternoon. We're so
Yeah.
excited. We're here again. I feel like it's just it goes by so fast.
It does,
You know,
I know.
and we want to thank you guys for joining us. It's a beautiful day today.
Yes, it is.
right?
a
It's nice
beautiful
and
day.
sunny
It's
and
nice, yeah. Too
I
bad
mean-
this weekend it's gonna rain for Easter.
Oh,
Oh,
it
I know.
is.
That's why
So we're
Easter's
gonna
supposed to
do-
be in April, not in
yeah,
March.
we're gonna do indoor egg hunt.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we gotta work with what we have, but
Yeah.
it is a bummer.
Hopefully it
That
stops
sucks.
raining throughout the day, so that way you can put your little eggs. But then
Go
it's
out
gonna be
for a
all wet.
little-
And
And it's all
That's
wet,
the
muddy
thing.
and
That's the thing,
stuff.
it's gonna
and
be
the-
all wet,
You
the
can't
kids are
even,
gonna-
you can't
You
even
can
put
wear
like
your-
the little kids in a cute little dress like
Oh,
before,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
And
It's
take
like,
pictures.
Not this year.
And take
I'm
pictures.
just gonna put rain boots on them and okay, go.
I know,
about
right?
it.
With their dresses and rainbows, that'd be cool.
I mean, we gotta work with it.
I feel like
And-
the climate is definitely changing a lot, right? Because I feel like it's
Yes.
been raining a lot more. There's like storms coming out of nowhere. In the forecast, it says no way that we're gonna have rain, and then 3 seconds later,
And
it's like
then-
hail.
yeah,
and then it's
and then
sunny.
you're
It's
just like,
hail.
what-
You're like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's
I
like
literally-
sunny, and then all of a sudden it gets dark and it starts raining. Like, what the heck is going
Yes,
on?
like out of nowhere, and then like I'm always on the app looking, you know, and it's just, but yeah. But you guys, we have a lot of things going on today, a lot of things that we want to talk about. I do see questions coming in, and we're so excited to answer those. Yeah, should we answer some of these questions?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I do see a question by Jimmy, and the question is: the chocolate is going up. It's expensive to buy. Will you be raising up the cost to the customers?
Okay, so as of right now, the chocolate is the same.
Mm-hmm.
We are not raising any prices. I mean, one of our vendors did send us a letter about the chocolate going up a little, but it hasn't yet. So as of right now, it's the same. It's the same. So we're gonna keep it the same way.
We're gonna keep it. If it does happen to, of course, we're not gonna just out of nowhere. Hey, we're gonna
Yeah.
let you guys know. We like to keep you guys up to date with everything that happens, whether something's on sale, whether it's
Yes,
price
and-
went up. We will definitely let you guys know.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why it's the best time to take advantage of our specials when our chocolate is on
sale.
special, because we do have good specials on the chocolate, and so take advantage of those. So you don't have to pay,
pay more.
pay
And
more,
then I know with obviously here in California everything is just ridiculous,
everything.
but
I know.
I know if it does get a little bit
ripping
more,
our
then you
soul
have
out
to
back.
raise your prices on your
Yes,
treats. You can't remain the
everything.
same, because then you
Yeah.
have to pay
It's
yourself
so
back.
hard.
and
It's
stuff.
so hard. I think for everybody, everything. Now you go to the store, you used to pay. You don't even buy proteins, and you're like paying $100 for
Yes.
vegetables and fruits and then
and like a gallon of milk.
and a gallon of milk is like $100. Like what? I didn't even buy
I'm like,
anything. I
what
bought
the
like 3
heck?
things. Before we used to get food for the whole week with $100 when we were growing up.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how much the prices of everything have gone up. It's crazy.
Yeah, and
but-
then I think they said that on Monday, they have to pay their employees. Fast food restaurants
yeah,
have to pay
$20
their
no,
employees $20
$20
an
So
hour.
what does that mean?
So
That
then
means-
that McDonald's is gonna raise the prices. Chipotle is gonna raise the price. I'm like, it's already $15 a plate, and then imagine like
So now,
it's
we
gonna
have
be
to-
even more. It's like, yeah. So that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Living in
yeah.
California is rough.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Maria, hola chicas, just came back from Baldwin store, bought a few things, and picked up my price from 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
Oh
yes, Maria, she came
Oh,
in.
Maria, yeah.
Yeah, she did. Yes.
Maria.
Maria.
Thanks for stopping by. It was nice.
She reminds me of.
That story.
Oh my god.
But again, you guys, hi, welcome. And so let's talk about what we have coming up. So next week, who is coming?
Satin Ice.
On Tuesday, I'm sorry, I lost my train of.
Cool.
Yeah, Satin Fine Foods is coming. They're the ones who make the satin ice fondant.
Yes.
So they'll be.
That's exciting.
Yes, they'll be having a demo at our stores at Baldwin Park at 10 a.m. and then at La Habra at 1 p.m. And they are gonna show us how to work with fondant, like fondant 101.
Yes.
So we should
Definitely take advantage of that one, 'cause
advantage
we
of
don't
that
have
one.
usually fondant.
Yes.
Yeah, and we
most-
get that question. Like my fondants, for example, like with the mold, it sticks to the mold or this and that.
Yes.
I'm personally excited. I mean, I
Yeah.
work with fondant for my treats and stuff, but
Yeah.
I know that I'm gonna learn something new.
Yes.
So you guys, this is a free demo, no registration needed. Come on in. You also get 10% off after, but I'm really excited because it's Satin Ice. It's kind of like a big deal because I use Satin Ice and we sell it at the store.
Yes, it's our best seller.
It's
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys come on in, join us 10 o'clock, Baldwin Park at 1 p.m. in La Habra.
Yes, and then you do get a 10% coupon that day when you shop that day. And then can they use it any other day, or do they have to use it
It
that
has
day?
to be that day.
Oh, okay. So you have to
Yeah.
use a 10% coupon that day. And also we have double point Tuesdays.
Oh,
So if you
yes.
spend $20, you get 40 points. So take
That's what
advantage
I.
of that too.
That's what I love about that day is
Yes.
Tuesday demo,
I
and then
know.
you get 10% off.
It's
But
almost
you
as good
get
as Taco
double.
Tuesdays. No? Oh yeah, no.
No,
It's
yeah.
just as good as Taco
Just as
Tuesdays.
good.
Ah. So
But
you
you
go
know-
to your demo, you get your 10% off, you get double points, and then you go
Yes.
get tacos after. And a
What's better than
margarita.
that?
Dang,
What's
that
What's
sounds
better than that?
good.
What's better than
With
that?
the
And a
margarita.
beer or a
Life's beautiful.
Life is beautiful. That's all I gotta
That's
say.
like a
Baker's
perfect
Express.
day,
Right?
huh?
Yeah,
Jeez.
Tuesdays are gonna be my favorite days.
Maybe we'll get to a point where we'll have a taquero
I like
there or
Tuesdays.
something.
I know. Imagine a taquero.
Dang.
Dang, that would be
full
good.
house for sure. Oh my
bad
gosh.
idea.
But yes, you guys, every Tuesday, Double Point Tuesdays. We always post it on our social media pages. But
Yes.
whatever it is that you're spending, you're gonna get double points. And the more you collect, you can get free stuff. These points do not expire. And just to clarify, these points are for in-store. We
Yeah,
don't have a
in-store
system for
only stuff.
online yet. Maybe we will in the future. I don't know, but right now it's just for in-store.
Cool.
Just so you guys know, because I know I get messages like, "Oh, how do I collect online?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
what's next? What's the next announcement? Oh, we still have our March
Specials.
specials.
Ooh.
Okay.
Take advantage
Um,
of those.
Yes, and since you guys are watching us, you guys are gonna get a little sneak peek on next month's sale.
Woo, woo.
I'm super
Sick.
excited for this one because I see poppy paint.
Yes.
I see the sugar cookie mix. I
Yes.
see the petal dust, edible images,
Woo woo.
piping tips. It's buy 3 get 1 free. The
Nice.
petal dust is buy 2 get 1 free. I really like that. I think that's
Yeah.
really,
That's
you
a cool
kind of,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I see at the bottom right, I see the premium white chocolate.
So the premium white chocolate is back.
It's back.
It's back.
It is back.
Bigger than ever.
No, real. It's great.
It's great. Yeah, it really is.
Manny had given us a 1
Show 'em
pound
the
bag. He's like,
bag.
try it out. We're like, okay, we'll try it out.
We'll
I
show
was
you
like,
an up
oh
close
my
later
God.
on, but this is it. This is the 5 pound premium.
That's
We
the
also
5
carry it in
pound.
1 pound and 25 pounds.
I got myself a 25-pound box because it's so good. It's really creamy.
It's very creamy.
right. So people did ask, what's the difference
Between
between
the
that
white-
and the white?
Yes. So the premium is a little bit. It's creamier. It has a little bit of a different flavor, and that one is the tone is not as white as the other one, but it's still pretty white. But if you compare them side to side, it's a little bit off white. So the tone is a little bit different. And what else? And this one dries a little bit more glossy than the
Yeah.
white one. They're both pretty shiny, but this one's a little bit more glossy.
What
It
about
has
the
that
consistency?
shine.
Is it pretty much the same?
It's very similar.
Very similar?
Honestly, I was dipping both of them, even though this one's a bit creamier and the flavor is creamier.
Yeah.
The consistency is pretty much, it's very similar. It's very similar to the white one. So, but yeah,
we'll
both
show
of them
them
are excellent for dipping your treats. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the
But
cream,
you can definitely see a difference
you
when
can
you're
see the
melting it.
difference when melting it. yeah.
On TikTok, same coverage. It has really great coverage.
Yes,
I think
it
it's really. I think it's great because it's creamy. So
Yes.
it's amazing coverage. I
Yes.
love the coverage on it. I did cake pops, cakesicles, dip with that chocolate already,
Yeah,
and
no,
I
it's
was
pretty.
a fan.
Yeah.
It takes the
totally.
color really well as well.
Yes.
So it colors nice too.
Yes, it
So
does.
if you guys want to try it out, please do so. They're going to be on sale this coming Monday and the rest of April. And they've been selling.
They have.
They've
Yeah.
been selling. So, and we did a video too on like melting. It doesn't take as long to melt. I think I just do like 2 intervals of 30 seconds.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
one melts a
great.
little bit.
And it's
yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one's awesome. Both
Priscilla,
of our
Priscilla says
chocolates
she's
are amazing.
waiting for her order. She's excited. Yes, Priscilla,
Woo-hoo,
once you get your
Priscilla.
order, post it, tag us, and send us a review. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it.
Yes.
Hi, Joseph. Joseph says
Hi,
hello.
Joseph.
Yeah, hi.
I
hi,
haven't seen
Liz.
him at the store.
I know.
Joseph did.
Oh,
Because I'm in
he's
the
always
back.
going yeah, well, he abandoned us. He went to you guys
No
now,
more
so
Baldwin
now-
Park?
No more Baldwin Park. He doesn't go visit us anymore.
And then sometimes, no, it's because
Joseph.
also sometimes he sends Grace for his.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
for
we
his
see
stuff.
lovely Grace all
Oh,
the
Grace
time.
was here, I think, this week.
She goes to both. She goes
Yeah.
to Baldwin and she also goes to.
Yeah, she does.
La Habra.
It's great having them.
Thanks
See,
for
she-
supporting both stores.
Yes.
We appreciate you
Yes,
guys.
we do
for
appreciate
sure.
you guys. You guys are awesome.
Annette says she wanted to give a big props to me for an excellent class. So I had my Cakesicle class
Oh,
on
yeah, I
Friday.
saw that. It's cute.
It was
cute.
She went to my
huh?
class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's amazing, and she did really good. She was like, "It doesn't look pretty." It doesn't. I was like, "Annette, stop being negative." And her Cakesicles came out super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
because she has everything, but she just, you
Oh,
know
yeah,
her.
she
She buys,
buys
and
everything.
she doesn't even use it.
She probably has like a mini bodega, a baker's, sorry. a mini baker's.
Warehouse. A mini warehouse.
A mini
She has
warehouse,
a mini
a mini
warehouse.
baker's, a baker's in her house.
Yeah, she does.
Why do I have to say
If
that
we don't
all
have
the time?
something, follow her and ask her. Maybe she has
Yeah,
it.
she has a mini.
know, right?
What city
If
do
we're
you
out of something,
What
go
city
ahead,
do you
hit up
live
Annette.
in? What city do you live in?
I know.
Go
Where
to
are you at?
Ay, ay, ay.
Stella,
Hi,
love watching
Stella.
you ladies. Hi, Stella. Thank you for being here. But yeah.
Love watching you ladies.
I do laugh a lot. She said Annette. Yes, she
Annette's
does.
funny.
Yeah,
But
she's
yeah, you
funny.
guys, that's pretty much it with the announcements we have. We still have Easter products available. I know, sometimes you get a last minute order or you want to do
We
something
do.
for
We have
your
a lot of
kids.
cute
We
stuff
have a
left still.
bunch of cute stuff. And now Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, yay.
So we're
The holidays
starting
are
to-
keep coming.
Yeah.
Keep
it's,
coming.
It's there. So if
Yeah.
you guys want to pay us a visit, go ahead and do so.
Yep.
Okie dokie then.
Okay,
That's
what's
it, right?
next? What are you making today?
What are we making? What are you making?
So today we are making dulce de leche apples.
Whoop,
All right.
whoop.
We're making dulce de leche apples. We've been getting a lot of messages. Sometimes people don't really know how to use this one. They know how to use the caramel. So that's why we love making apples here. This one is a little bit different. It never really dries. I think people kind of like confuse it with the caramel. This one always stays a little bit, it stays soft.
Tacky, like
and tacky. And that's why it's important to go through the process. And obviously I'm going to be teaching you about this process and how to heat it up correctly. That way you can have a nice time making your apples, okay?
And then
Yes.
also just a reminder that we do have QR codes on some of our items.
Yes.
So scan those and it gives you a little demo, like a little
Demonstration.
Like a video.
a little
of
video
how to.
on how to do it. So
Yeah.
take advantage of that, guys.
Yeah.
If you don't have time to watch us, talk a lot and and
I know
you're at
people saying
work
the
or
other
you're-
day, they're like, you were
guys
talking
take-
for 30
you
minutes
guys
and
take
then
too
when
long
are they
before-
going to start making
We
You
get
guys
so
go work.
excited and
I
there's just so
know.
much to talk about.
I know it is. It's
like
hard,
grow
you know.
chat, grow chat.
is.
Yeah. So take advantage
It's
of that
therapy.
QR code, okay? So for those of you that are barely joining us or are new and don't know about the QR code, you can always scan that, okay?
Yeah. When's the next class? My next class is April 12th and then the 19th. The 19th's booked.
Is that like
19
in
is-
store?
It's in store.
Okay.
It's hands-on. My Cakesicle class,
Nice.
it's hands-on. I provide everything for you. You just
Awesome.
show up, and then we use the frozen cakes from Baker's Express, of course, because that's what I use. But April 12th, I do have a few openings for that day. If you guys are interested, just send us a message and I'll book you in. But you had said something. Oh, on the dulce de leche. If for some reason you still didn't understand, send us a DM on Instagram. And we'll be more than happy to help you if it's not melting the way it is or heating up the way it is. We're always kind of there to
Answer any questions. that you
answer
guys
any
have.
questions. I remember once I FaceTimed someone because she just was not. She's like, it's not doing it right, but she
Yeah.
just added like a teaspoon. She was so cute, and I'm
Oh,
like, no,
she-
Mama, you have to add more.
The whole
She's like,
thing.
oh, okay. So
Oh.
I walked her through it, and it worked perfectly for her.
Oh,
so
okay.
we are available like that as well if you guys ever want to send us a message. Okay,
Wow. Yeah.
ready?
Ready,
Ready or
set,
not.
grab your spatula.
Grab your spatula.
And grab your spatulas and don't hit the apple. That's already.
There's a
that-
procedure, guys. Take a screenshot, so you can save it.
So this morning, Cloud, she was playing with the spatula and she hit my, and
I
you
went
know what?
like
I
this
kind of
and then
attracted that to myself because I saw the apple there and I said, and I thought to myself, I had a negative thought and I said, oh, I hope Cloud doesn't hit the apples. And bam,
And it
literally when she
happened.
came
You
in,
jinxed it then.
yeah, it was,
jinxed
it's
it.
my fault. She hit him, but it was my fault, okay?
Because you spoke it. That's
Because
why.
I spoke it. She thought,
You
I thought it, and I
manifested.
thought I sent
and
it out to the
happened.
universe.
It's like
You
the law
did.
of attraction.
Yeah, that's why my life's been going like
And then
that.
you guys,
Lady.
and then you guys are twins, so you're already like in sync.
The
Yeah,
connection,
so,
the connection
yeah.
was stronger.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yep, yep.
All right. So let's get started.
Let's get started.
Okay,
I'm so
so I already have my apples here washed, and so I literally just got a bowl and with warm water, and I soaked them for about 10 minutes in warm water. Okay. You can also use like a vegetable wash, fruit wash out there. You can soak your apples in that as well with warm water. I usually just, soak them in warm water just to take the wax out, and then I clean them very well, okay? And I dry them. I remove the stem. I just twist it here, and I remove the stem, okay? Twist and remove the stem. Super basic and easy. You want to make sure that you dry them completely, okay?
Liz, do you prefer green apples or can I use, like, why are we using green apples?
Yeah, so I love to use green apples. You can use any apple you want, but I usually use the Granny Smith apple because I feel like the dulce de leche and the chocolate's already sweet, so I like to have that other flavor that.
Okay.
Because it's a little
yeah.
bit more tar or bitter.
Yeah,
so it
exactly.
mixes well.
So
Yeah.
it mix it together when you bite into it with
It's
the
like
dulce
the
de leche.
perfect
It's like the
combo.
perfect
Yes, it is.
combination.
You don't
So
feel
this
like,
is
I
why-
need to drink some water.
Yeah, but I like
Yeah.
I said, I've seen people use other apples and it doesn't. And also I like the way that it looks with the green and then the dulce de leche and then the chocolate here. Okay, so
Nadia says on TikTok, she says it balances out, and it
Yes,
does.
it does
I
balance it
tried a red one just because I was lazy and I didn't want to go to the store, and I had
Yeah.
a red one.
yeah.
And yeah, I made it. Everything looked so pretty, but yeah,
And then I
I was
just
like,
like,
I don't know, it
I just
doesn't-
kind of like also too the texture of this apple when you bite into it. It's very crispy. Some of the
Yes,
red
I love
apples are
crispy.
not. They don't have that crisp. They're like there's
don't.
different type of apples.
it's like soft.
Yeah,
Some
it's like
apples
soft,
are-
and I'm not a
yeah,
big
I don't
fan of
like
those.
Yeah,
This
I
is
look
like a
good.
crispy, so I kind of like that texture too.
Yeah, they have the Fuji ones, and then they have
The
another
Fuji
that
one
are
is
crispy.
yeah.
The Honey
But-
Crisp.
But those
Those are
are
my
Oh, the
favorite.
honey, yeah, but
The-
they're
the
also
Gala
not so
is my
red,
favorite.
right? They're not so red. They're
Yeah.
more
They have like a
yellowish tone
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
love
Gala are my favorite, and this one too, actually for the apples. This one for the jugo verde is really good too. Fat burning. So it's fat
Oh,
burning.
girl,
This is good.
I need some.
All right, but this is not fat burning with the whole.
Now when you add all
why,
this
listen,
stuff,
I'm
At
not
least it's
saying
a
that
fruit.
they're
At
gonna
least it's a
go.
fruit
They're gonna
and
go
it's
home. We're
not-
gonna eat apples with dulce de leche and chocolate because she said that it's a diet. No, my friend.
she
Just
said
the
I,
apple
she said I
by
can lose 10
itself.
pounds.
Yeah, no. That's only if you put in the jugo verde. Okay.
With no dulce de
Like,
leche.
where did you hear that?
chocolate.
That girl Liz, she's giving out wrong information. No, I'm telling you. Anyway.
10 apples later, huh?
Yeah, they're like,
I'm
she
not
told me the
losing
apples are not
weight.
losing weight. What's happening? Anyway.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Okay, so we have the apples. What's next? What's
Okay.
next?
So like I said, I soaked them in warm water. It's to
Okay.
remove the wax. With this dulce de leche, you don't really have to remove like all of it. I know for the caramel, when people use caramel to do that, to make their apples, sometimes if you don't remove all that wax, the caramel tends to slide down and you get that rim on the bottom, and you obviously waste all that caramel. So, but in this case, I just do it just because that's how I was taught, but you don't really have to remove all the wax using this one, okay? Because I've done like super fast. I have to do it, and you can still see that it's a little bit glossy, and I use this and it worked perfectly fair. But like I said, I recommend for you to soak them for about 10 minutes in warm water, okay? Because
Okay.
it looks matte. If you see,
Yeah,
it looks
does
really
look
matte.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna use I'm gonna get my apples here, and I'm gonna get the wooden stick. This is a thinner one. It's an 8.5. There's 3 different ones. There's a thicker one, and then there's a one that's
Shorter
a
one.
shorter one.
5.5.
5.5. I'm using this one because I'm gonna put my my straw, my
Oh,
cute little
okay.
straw. But you don't have to. It just all depends on the look that you want. Okay.
But I like the straw look because we have a bunch of like, especially right now with the spring,
Yes.
we have some with flowers. So
Flowers,
according to
yes.
the season or the theme, we have a lot of those straws to match.
Yeah, whatever theme
Yeah.
apple you're making. So yeah,
That's
I love to
cute.
use straws and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, these are the little things when you're pricing your apples and stuff. These are the little things that count, and that give it a different look as well. So it all just kind of depends on how much you want to, you know, your apple to cost. Obviously, when you do little things like this, extra stuff, it's a little bit more in price. Okay, so it all
Yeah.
depends.
So
on
I
that
hope
as
you
well.
guys are charging.
Yeah, you have
for
to
that.
charge good money because if not, then you'll go out of business, and then people are not gonna be able to order your lovely treats. Okay.
Like Ava, during my Cakesicle class, we were talking about pricing. Because how I charge 65 a dozen for Cakesicles. That's just simple.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm like, how much do you charge for your cake pop? She's like, $25 a dozen. I'm like, Ava,
Oh,
take your notes right now. Start taking notes right now because that's
you
nothing.
better raise those prices.
And she's like,
For,
I just
for
don't
cake
really...
pops or for
For cake pops.
Oh, okay, because I was like cake.
But even
But
that's
even then,
$25.
$25
No, that was back in the
$25?
day when, you know, back
I'm
in the
a
day
girl.
when chocolate was used to be like $3 a
Yeah,
pound.
because
Now it's like
And-
$7 or
if you
$8.
don't
Yes.
get $7 for your chocolate plus your bread, your time making it, if
The
you make
time.
it, and then also making your treats and all the other little
Boxing
stuff.
them,
Yeah,
everything.
so all that it's not enough.
Sometimes I
Not
think
enough.
people don't realize the process of and how much time it takes for a treat maker to make their treats. You have to go to the supermarket and you have to go to different places sometimes to purchase your stuff. Obviously, we try to have everything for you at Baker's, right? But you know, you have to go to the store, you have to see this, you have to look at the prices, you have to do all that stuff, and then you have to go home, prep, and then make your treats and then clean up after. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot. People don't think about like certain things, but you know.
And then just the consultation alone.
Yeah,
Of
you have
trying,
to
like, do you
keep
want
back and
this
forth.
and that?
Yeah, going back and forth and
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It
People,
is.
you know, I feel like people, oh, it's easy, you know, it's just this, it's just, but it's no, it's a long process.
A
And,
lot is
and
happening behind.
Yes, behind the scenes.
Definitely.
Okay, so then I'm just inserting my straw here. And the straws, if you use a thicker stick, your straw won't go in. That's why it's important. If you want to use a straw, you have to use the 8.5 stick.
okay.
It's a thinner one because
it's tall.
and
It's
it's
a
tall.
taller
It's a
thing.
taller one, yeah. So I just kind of slide it in here and then just kind of hold it from the bottom and just
Push it
stick-
from the bottom.
Push it from the bottom and
Oh,
insert it. Okay,
nice.
that way it
So
doesn't,
it doesn't
like,
break, right? Or-
Yeah.
So, for example, me, this is just me. To me, se me hace like too long. Can I cut the stick?
You can cut the stick, but I mean it's gonna be a little bit hard to cut the stick.
Oh, yeah.
But you can, or you
okay.
can cut both, but you would have to like really cut
That's
it
just
or
the whole
have
process.
it's another
though.
process.
Oh, okay, never
yeah.
mind.
Okay, and then
That's
the
not that
straw
bad
too.
then. Okay.
So I already have this heated up. Hopefully I'm over here burning the pot. So I'm gonna obviously start warming up my dulce de leche when I have my apples prepped here. Okay.
This jar makes you how many?
This jar makes 12 to
15.
15 apples, which are
Like
the
are the
small,
medium
medium size apples. Okay?
Okay.
Don't go get a ginormous apple like this and then think you're gonna get 12 because they won't happen.
You'll get one.
The big
but,
apple. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is,
But-
we have this size, and then we
Yes.
have a
We have an 11 pounder
11 pound
and then a 24
and a
pound.
20. So if you like, you know, make
them
these
often.
all the time, and you have orders and orders,
It's better to get
it's better to
obviously-
get the bigger one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you
and
get
then
in
you
bulk,
get a
it's
price.
cheaper
You get a
price.
price break, yeah, if you get the bigger one. So
Oh,
take
perfect.
advantage of
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna, this is what it's supposed to look like. It has a kind of a thick consistency, if you can see here. I'm just gonna add it to my pan
And
here.
it's a non-stick pan,
This is,
right?
yeah, you have to make sure that you use a non-stick pan, okay?
Why can't I use my stainless steel pan?
Just because the dulce de leche, it gets stuck to it, and
Okay.
if it overheats, it starts to create little bumps in your dulce de leche, and it's not gonna come out smooth, okay? So and then obviously the cleanup process is easier when you have a non-stick pan for whatever it is that you're cooking. But this is especially for this because it's sugar and all that good stuff. So you want to make sure that it's a non-stick pan, okay? So
You said it's a medium to low?
yes. So the
Medium
heat,
to low
you
heat?
always want to heat up your dulce de leche on a low to medium heat, okay?
Low to
This,
medium,
yes,
okay.
this is a very important because if you don't, I know sometimes we're in a hurry, but you know, with this dulce de leche, you really have to do low to medium, because if not, like I said, if you burn your dulce de leche, it will start to create little bumps, and it won't come out smooth, okay? And then your dulce de leche starts to thicken, and it doesn't really flow nicely when you're trying to cover all your
Yeah.
apples, okay?
And this one, you don't have to add anything to it, right?
This one, and I don't want, I don't know if I stressed this enough, but this one, please do not add anything to it. This is the perfect consistency. You don't have to add milk. You don't have to add, I don't know, other stuff you can add to it. You do not have to add it. Well, if you add stuff, it's already a thin, like a flowy consistency. So you know, you're just gonna get a mess, and it's just gonna fall off your apples, okay? So you do not want to add
okay.
anything. Because I know there's other products out there that you have to add stuff because the
Yeah.
consistency is a little bit thicker, but not this one, okay? So, because yeah, you'll get a thinner consistency, and it won't work.
And it'll just run off
And
your
it'll just run off
apple.
your apples. You're gonna have a big mess, and you don't want that to happen, okay?
Oh, okay, that's good information.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So, and then let me talk about a little bit about after you open it, you have to store it in the refrigerator. Store it in the refrigerator. If not, it does go bad, because obviously it's like it has leche, milks and
and-
stuff like that. So you want to put it in the refrigerator. It will last you months.
Yeah, it has an
It,
expiration
it has
date
an
on all the
expiration date,
bottles.
but it will last you months in the refrigerator. Okay, and then if I heat it up, and let's say I dip my apples and I still have extra, I can put it in a container, let it cool, and then put it back in the refrigerator, and I can reheat it all over again. Okay, and nothing will happen to it. So that's the beautiful part about it. You
I
don't
know,
have
I
to
like
waste it.
that.
Yeah.
And I don't have to waste
probably-
Tupperware to put it away. I
and
can just put it back in that
You
same
want,
Yes.
yeah, they put it back in here, or do you recommend them put it in a different one?
If you're using this one, don't put it. If you still have some in here, don't put it in the same one. I mean, you can, but I would just recommend, if that one's already heated up, that one, I would just put it in a separate batch. But you probably can, and nothing really will happen to it, because I've done it before.
I'm like, that's what I do. That's why I'm like, wait a
But
minute,
you know
hold
what I'm
up.
saying?
Hold
Sometimes,
up.
sometimes like, but you're gonna reheat it, and you're gonna put it in the same pan but what I'm saying is that, if you already use this one, maybe put it in a different
Yeah.
one, because especially if it's hot and you put it in this one, you don't want to do that. You want to just keep this one, in a separate container.
I'm all,
If you're a professional, valiente.
I don't do that.
If you're a
I might throw
professional,
it back
not
in
like
there.
me, but I can just put it back in there.
I know, that's what I do. I'm all, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah,
In the fridge you go.
It happens to it, honestly, but
If you guys-
we gotta be extra careful
I
of what we
know.
say,
I know that.
Okay. Anything else about the dulce de leche? Any questions you guys
Yeah,
may
if you guys have questions, anything you want to
let us
know,
Ask away.
ask away, and we're here
So,
to
like, the
answer.
dulce de leche, it's like my favorite.
I know,
It
it's
is
so
my
good.
favorite. Honestly, like, I was scared to, make apples, because my first class I had was with the caramel, and I don't get me wrong, the caramel is delicious. I love it,
Mm-hmm.
but this product is just my favorite, and it just made it easier for me to make my apples. Because the caramel, I just wasn't getting it right, and I would practice it would always come down, the ring would, and then I would have to go back and cut all the things. I'm like, I don't have time for that, and then it's a different consistency. It's a little bit more chewy when you bite into it. This one, it stays soft. It doesn't dry completely all the way, and it always has that soft, creamy
Yeah, it's
texture
texture
when
of it,
when everything's melting in your mouth, like the chocolate and the dulce de leche. My mouth is getting watery. I'm not kidding you.
I know.
That's why I love this product so much, because it's really, really delicious.
So we have a
But-
couple questions. So
Yes.
on Instagram, how many apples can be used in one jar? You can use, you
12
can
to
do 12 to 15
Mm-hmm.
on a small medium apple. And then Yolanda says, oh dang, I opened but didn't put it in the fridge. How can I know if it went bad?
Just taste it. Just taste it. If it
I mean, if it doesn't have like mold or
Mold.
anything,
yeah,
because I
mold.
know,
taste the
yeah.
flavor. It should be okay. But yeah, the best place to store it is the refrigerator
After it's opened
Yes.
in the fridge, for sure.
Yeah. Alrighty. So look at my dulce de leche here. It's starting to. This is what it's supposed to look like. You don't want to overheat. You have to make sure, like I said, you don't want to
Oh,
overheat
that looks
this.
nice.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's my word.
Liz,
That's what the-
someone on TikTok, can I use the dulce de leche instead of the caramel on my flan?
Yeah, you can use this is perfect for
It would be good.
Yeah, it's
They're
delicious.
delicious.
Yeah, I use it for so many things. This is a topping. You can use it for desserts, any dessert, shooters, and you can use it for. I use it with cookies for the
Oh, the
alfajores
alfajores.
inside.
Oh, so
You can use it for so many things. It's honestly, it's bomb.com.
It is
Okay,
bomb.com.
and you know what? Even a drizzle, like in your iced coffee in the
Ooh,
morning.
yeah, I
That's
like
how
doing that.
I had a little bit today. I was like, I have it here, so I just put it in my coffee. It's so good. It's just an awesome and delicious product, honestly.
It really
and we are
is.
going to be having a demo, not next month, huh? Next month on
The
these
20
products.
The 23rd,
The last week of,
the last week of April,
Of April.
we're gonna have like a 101 dulce de leche, not just
Yeah.
how to use it, but how it's made and many things you can use it for.
Yes.
We're gonna have someone coming from 50 Express and just really talk more into depth about the product. So
Yes, that's awesome.
that one's gonna be super fun.
That-
And
yeah,
the
because we have
differences- yeah, the differences.
we have 3 different types of caramels. I mean, of dulce de leche. Sorry. So one's a topping, one's the
One's a topping, one's a
Arequipe.
which is similar to the topping, but it's not the same. And then we also have the firm,
which is the
dulce
one
de
that's
leche, which is
bakeable.
the one that you can bake
You
with.
can bake, yeah.
So we're gonna be doing stuff with all of those 3. So I think that's awesome. We're gonna be talking about the differences and what pastries you can use with them as well.
Yeah, it's gonna
okay?
be fun.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Lorena says I decorate my flan with dulce de leche and it's good.
Yes, it's
I bet.
delicious.
Girl, you
Add
gotta
on,
bring- you
add
gotta
on
bring
the
us
sugar.
some.
Add on the carbs.
Real quick, Jimmy wants to know how long does the dulce de leche last if you don't use it? Like shelf life, if it's not opened.
If it's not open.
If it's not open.
Oh,
This
man,
one,
that's-
this one has a date of 2/25.
Oh, wow, okay, like
Like
okay.
a year or so, a little less than a year.
If you haven't opened it.
If you haven't
Yeah.
opened, like a year or so.
Like a year.
If you haven't, yeah.
Okay, my friends, I'm gonna start dipping my apples, okay? You don't wanna overheat your dulce de leche. You have to be very careful with this because if you overheat, your dulce de leche is gonna start to get thick and you're not gonna be able to, it's not gonna flow off nicely off your apple when you're dipping it, okay?
Okay.
So I always like to lower the temperature when I'm dipping. When I start dipping my apples, I like to lower the temperature because I just leave it on the stove top.
Okay.
And then I just tilt my pan here. I grab my apple. I always like to lay my stick on the pan just to give it
Like for support?
for
Oh,
support.
okay.
You don't have to. This is what I do. If you want to try it and if it works for you, then that's awesome. So I just lay it on and then I just swirl, okay? Just give it a nice, beautiful little swirl here.
Beautiful.
All around, okay? And then I just
Tap hard, firm.
tap firmly,
Firm.
okay? Not like when you're making cake pops that you have to tap like really like, lightly. This one you tap firmly so that you can remove all the dulce de leche, okay? So remove all the dulce de leche here.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah, and then I just always like to take the excess from the bottom here. Look at that. Okay,
Ooh, look at that shine.
look at that shine. It's
that
beautiful.
looks gorgeous.
Right?
Martha says yum.
Okay,
How
and then
long
I'm
must
just
one
gonna
wait
place it
before
on
dipping in
here.
chocolate? Melly, she's gonna when she dips it in chocolate, she'll talk more about how long you need to wait before you dip it, for sure.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna dip the other one in here. So the longer you put it in the heat, the thicker that it gets. Okay, so you gotta make
Okay.
sure that you
Put it on low.
you put
while
it
you're
on low.
dipping.
Okay. So what was the question? Sorry. What were we talking about?
How I told you would get to that question once you start to dip it in the chocolate because she wanted to know how long do you wait
Okay.
before you dip it in chocolate.
Okay, so I'm dipping my apples in the dulce de leche. I usually like to let them sit for a good 6 hours, 8 hours overnight.
Overnight, okay.
For best results overnight. Make your dip your apples night before you make them. Because this dulce de leche, like I said, it never gets hard. So you always, it does, the air gives it a natural like
coating?
a
Kinda
coating,
like a thin coating?
a thin dry coating, and then that way you can dip your apples comfortably and you could dip them fast and it's easier. You don't get the dulce de leche all over the chocolate because let's say I wanted to dip this dulce de leche apple right now. If I was to dip it in my chocolate, the dulce de leche will come off and get all over my chocolate and it's gonna ruin my chocolate. You have to let it go through the process. Now, if let's say somebody says, can you make some, apples for me for tomorrow? And you're like, oh, well, I don't have time because I gotta go have this. I
work
gotta
or
go to
this or
yeah. All right. So you dip your apples. You put them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Take them out. let them sit in room temperature for another 30 minutes, and then you can begin to cover them in the chocolate, okay?
And then you also don't want your chocolate to be too warm, so if you want to maybe
Yes.
10 minutes before or
Yes,
Yeah,
5 minutes before warm up your chocolate, right?
exactly.
because then that's when the temperatures clash
Yes.
technically.
Yes. So like
and it
let's say you're like
Yes.
I don't want to wait 30 minutes for it to thaw out or like get like room temperature. I want to dip them right after I get them out of the refrigerator. You don't want to do that because like they said, the warmth of your chocolate, it's gonna crack your apple because the
Yeah.
cold and the heat. So that you're gonna have all these apples that are cracked. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, temperature has a lot to do with your apples cracking. Like the other day, I made apples and I was like excited, but then it was like really freezing in my house. And sure enough, like I make apples all the time. That has never happened. But you know, it was February and it was cold in my house. There was a heater and I turned it off because my mom's like, "You're hot," and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to like, you know." So I turned it off, and my apple started cracking, and it's because it was so cold, you know. Or let's say you're working on a stainless steel table and it's really cold and it
Yeah.
doesn't feel cold, but the stainless steel table is cold. Then you know your apples can crack because of that as well. Okay, so you gotta
That's
take all these
tricky.
things into consideration. I usually always warm up my chocolate, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then start dipping them. You know, after that. But yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna add like, let's say you don't want to cover your apples in chocolate, you just want to do the nuts. You could do this process. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait those hours.
dip it and then after you
dip
can-
it and then right away you can add
the
your
nuts.
peanuts
Oh,
or nuts or
cool.
whatever you want. Okay, you can
Okay.
add any nuts of
Almonds,
your liking, but you don't.
pecans.
You have to make
Oh, I
sure that
love
the nuts
almonds.
are nicely
More
chopped,
fine, right?
more fine. You don't want them to be too heavy because if they're too heavy, the dulce de leche is it's a softer consistency, so your nuts can fall off or go down, and it's not going to look pretty. Okay, so you
Okay.
want to make sure that you have them nicely
Chopped.
chopped. Sorry. Okay, so the way that you don't want to drag. Okay, when you're dipping them in the nuts, you don't want to drag because it's just gonna mess up the dulce de leche. You have to do like a tapping motion, like tap, tap. Okay, twist and tap, twist and tap. Okay, twist and tap.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
Yes, twist and tap. And like I said, this process you can do it right after you dip your apples in the dulce de leche. Okay?
So these don't have, when you do this process, they don't have to sit overnight.
They don't have to sit overnight.
just
Yeah,
start-
because if you sit them overnight, they're probably not gonna stick. Because remember
Yeah.
we talked about that little coating that goes.
Yeah. Can you, like, say you have a dozen, you're making a dozen of these ones, the nuts.
Yes.
Can you dip them all and then go and put the nuts on them, or should they do one?
No, you can. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
okay.
You can
So
dip
to
them.
be more efficient.
Yeah, to
Oh,
be
that's
more.
a good
Yeah, because you're gonna have to
question.
stop,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
this is gonna get cold, and then you have to warm it up. No.
Okay, so
you
then
dip
dip
them all, and then it still stays like a wet consistency for a while. So yeah, you would dip all your 12 apples or 24 apples, and then you would go and do this process.
all right.
Oh, that's
Okay?
a good question.
that is a good
yeah,
question.
that
I
was a
didn't
good
even think
one. I
about
never
that.
thought of that one.
You're welcome.
Because I would have been like one and then
Yeah,
reheat it,
because I feel like
and
that would
then-
take like forever. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's very true. That's a
I
good
like
one.
to leave a little bit of the caramel popping
can
out so
see
you
it.
can see it, but you can cover the
Ooh,
whole
that
thing.
looks so
Okay.
good.
You can also grab like a bag and just kind of drizzle it with
Maybe
chocolate.
you could do that later when you
yeah,
use that
I could
one.
I could do that later.
When you use the
okay.
chocolate.
Let's begin to warm up so that I could begin to warm up the
chocolate.
the chocolate.
You want me
that-
to add more?
Yeah, because we have to dip the apple.
Yes.
You want to make sure when you're dipping your apple. I'll put that here. Oh, I'll put it on the.
Yeah,
part.
put it right here.
Okay, we can put it right here.
Yeah.
You want to make sure when you are melting your chocolate that you use a microwavable safe container, okay? And you want to warm up your chocolate, heat up your chocolate in 30-second intervals. You have to mix in between intervals. You always want to mix in between intervals.
Is this enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
I hope so. Just
And
kidding.
today, Premium Chocolate's making a debut on Twins in the Kitchen.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I love both of them. Honestly, both of them are very
Yeah.
good quality chocolates. We also have other brands that we sell at Baker's Express, but they're all top-notch, good quality chocolate. Like I always tell people that when you use a good quality product, and that's why here at Baker's we always want to bring in top quality products. That way it makes your baking experience, chocolate making experience easier and it's better. Okay?
And enjoyable.
And
So you
enjoyable
enjoy what
because
you're
sometimes
doing.
when you're not using the right products, you stress out.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
God.
And it's
like,
not coming out.
It's
and
not
what do I
coming out right. What do I
do?
do?
You're like
stressed out.
crying,
You're
I
like,
start
you're
crying.
you're like sweating, and you're like, what am I gonna do? It's a mess. How am I
It's
gonna
bad.
give this to my customers? And it's like so many things. So it's very important to use good quality products. And like I said, at Baker's, that's all we sell. And our chocolates are amazing. Honestly, I wouldn't say that. My boss didn't pay me to say that.
Liz, and I want to know how many days before an event can you make your apples?
Honestly, these apples, they last a long time. I like to, but obviously if you're making hundreds of apples, you can start like 2 days before.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 days before, nothing will happen, but usually a day before and then just dip on that day. But these will last a couple days. Honestly, these will last a
Yeah.
couple days. Obviously, when it's really hot outside or your home is warm, like these are all the things that you have to take into consideration. But I have had an apple sitting there, and then like a week later, I eat it, and it's still pretty good. It doesn't get like nasty in the middle. But like I said, freshness is the most important thing. You don't want to make your treats, too much,
Too ahead,
too
and
ahead of
then
time because you want to give your customer just like if you would want to eat it yourself, something fresh. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there is people that have hundreds of things, and they do have to make their treats a day or two
Yeah.
before. Okay, but yeah, and then what else? Also, I've heard that you can put lemon juice on like dip your lemon your stick in lemon juice and then insert it, and that helps maintain your like the freshness, and it doesn't make your apple brown.
Oh.
It doesn't make the apple. I don't know if you've seen like when your apple
Yes.
gets
It like
bad,
preserves
it
it
preserves
or
it or
the
something
apple.
like the lime or something, and it just doesn't get your apple like brown. So I guess that's another
Yeah.
trick
Because
that you
sometimes
can
like you could get mold on your
Oh, it's not,
apple.
so
Yeah.
one
Easily.
day I was pregnant with Penelope, and I had a thing for caramel apples during the pregnancy. So I went to Stonewood Mall,
Yeah.
and there was a store that sells all kinds of apples. But my go-to was the caramel apple with the peanuts.
Yeah.
And I went and I ordered it, and I was so excited. It was just me, and I think I had Scarlett with me, and I was super pregnant, and I'm like,
Already,
and they asked, "Did you want to cut?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she cut it for me, and I bought it, whatever. I want to go sit down, and I open it, and yeah, it was like beyond brown,
Oh,
and you can
yeah.
see mold.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I was, me dio un asco. So
And
I
that's-
went, and I was like,
went
hi,
back.
being nice, like,
Yeah.
it's like this. And she looked at me like if I did it,
Yeah.
And I was
that
like, I'm
sucks.
sorry, but this is, can I get another one? Or she was like, oh, no, they're all like that. And I'm like, no,
What
there's
the-
mold. Like,
Yeah,
there's
I
actual
can't-
mold.
like, I cannot-
What do you mean they're all like that? Well, you
Yeah,
better
I'm
get them
like-
off the shelf. Someone can
I'm
get
like,
sick.
girl. And
Yeah.
after that, she gave me another one, but at that point, I was already,
You were already like,
ya me
oh,
dio
yeah,
asco,
no
so
kidding,
I was
yes.
like,
And that's
ugh.
why it's important as well as to dry your apples.
Yes.
To dry them
Yeah.
and wash them, like rinse them out really well. Even like inside here, sometimes when you insert your stick, the little the juices come out. You want to dry
Yeah.
that. You want to dry your apple and make sure that it's completely dry. That way, when you cover it, it doesn't create mold and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. Okay,
'Cause of the moist that
because of the
gets in
moisture.
there,
It's
yeah.
pretty much the moisture of or if it's been sitting there long, it just that's what happens to it, obviously. But if it had mold and all that stuff, then
It's probably been there for a while.
Yeah,
it's
but
probably
yeah,
been there
I
for
was
a
like,
while,
oh
for
my
sure.
gosh.
For sure. Okay, and then so this is our premium chocolate. Look at how beautiful the consistency is. We didn't even
Alan's
add.
gonna get a close up
Yeah.
right now.
Beautiful.
We didn't even
Look
get
at
any.
that.
We didn't even add any
Did you
paramount
add-
crystals to it. Look,
Okay.
it's a
Look at
creamy,
that.
and
Oh,
you
I
didn't have
love
to add any paramount crystals to it.
Oh
Look
my
at
goodness,
this
look
beautiful
at that.
thing.
That's beautiful.
I'm in baking heaven here.
I
Or
know.
treat making heaven. Okay.
Chocolate heaven.
Chocolate heaven.
Chocolate heaven.
Like what's that movie? I just watched it and I'm like, what's the movie? The chocolate movie?
Willy Wonka?
The Willy
Yeah, Willy
Wonka.
Which one did you watch?
The recent one?
I liked it.
It's
so
cute,
my
yeah.
mother-in-law went with my stepdaughter because she lives in Nevada with her mom, so she went to go visit her, and they went to go see it. So I asked my stepdaughter, I'm like, "Did you like it?" She's like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So we saw it here at home, and I was like, "Oh, I loved
Yeah.
it. I thought
It's
it was
different.
really good.
It's different, but yeah, it's good. It's good. I liked it. I was like, oh, it's a
It
nice.
was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
was-
like magical, the little.
It was
things
really magical.
going and
I
and
felt like
stuff
a little
that.
kid. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
it was a good movie.
sometimes it's nice to get out of reality, and dream about things that can't happen or can happen.
Seriously.
All right.
Adriana's berries, what caramel are you using? She's using the
Dulce
50
de
Express Dulce de Leche.
Okay.
And
Oh, I got
it's-
chocolate
I
on
don't
me.
know. It's this one right here. Okay.
Yes,
It's
the
a
one with
dulce
the
de
purple
leche
label.
I
topping.
don't know if, yeah.
Okay. So the
Oh,
difference between
there it
that
is.
and the caramel, like this one, it
Sorry,
never dries
this
like
way.
the caramel does. It dries a little bit like on the harder side. This one just dries like outside. It never dries completely.
Yeah.
It has a creamier flavor or taste when you're eating your apple. And yeah, pretty much it's in my opinion it's a little bit better.
It's
but
the
like
best.
everybody has their different ways of making their apples and what they like. Okay. Alrighty. So I already have this apple.
That I messed up.
That,
That I hit.
Cloud hit it, so if it comes out ugly, we
Sorry,
already know why. It's not
guys.
me.
You
it's
could
not the
That's
barely-
Claudia's apple.
It's
You can
Cloud.
barely see. Okay, yeah, then it's my apple. I have to eat it.
Nah.
I was just
Okay.
gonna say we can still eat it.
Well, I
But
know. So every time that you dip your apple and you place it, sometimes it gets like a little tiny bit of it goes down, which is not. It shouldn't go a lot because you have to make sure you remove all the excess dulce de leche. But you always have like a little bit of layer. I always like to like get the parchment paper and like go like this to it to remove everything from the
Oh,
bottom. Okay, don't
okay.
remove it from the top. From the bottom, that way, when I'm dipping it,
It's more
doesn't.
sleek,
It's
huh?
more sleek and it doesn't run into my chocolate. Okay.
that's
All
good
right.
information.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this process, and it's the same process. I should have made more. Okay, so this is the same process as when I was dipping the dulce de leche. Okay, I put it here, and then I just give it a swirl. Okay, give it a nice swirl. I should have heated it up a little bit more. You want to make sure you have
The
enough.
chocolate?
Yeah,
Or
more.
heated what?
Heated more chocolate up. You want to make sure you have a decent amount in your bowl because when you dip your apple, the apple's big. Okay,
Yeah.
so you want to have a decent
So you're
amount.
not struggling
So
when
you're not
you're rolling
struggling
it.
trying to roll it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you like tap it.
And then I tap it.
taps too.
Yeah,
like,
and then
Because
You,
the bowl's
and
not
even
big
if you
enough.
have extra, if you have some left over, you can always just
Cover it
and
and
then
heat
you
it
can
up
reheat
later.
reheat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, look at this is beautiful here.
that is
That's
beautiful.
the part that Cloud hit. So don't think that
Sorry,
this chocolate's
guys.
ugly. Okay. So and then I just always kind of like to, remove the chocolate on this side. Okay.
That looks beautiful.
And if it has little air bubbles, all you have to do is just go with the scribe here. Is this what this is called?
yeah,
Scribe.
and just pop it.
And just pop them.
But then you can always change it if it dries up. Whatever, you can always cover it with drizzle.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
you
When
put
in doubt,
sprinkles or you drizzle
drizzle.
it. You can always.
When in doubt, yeah, I know, right? For real.
I wish you could have
There's
shirt like that.
nothing that
When in
sprinkles
doubt,
and a drizzle can
Can't fix.
Can't cover.
There's
Can't
no,
fix. Huh?
no, there's nothing a galaxy does can't fix. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
when in doubt, use Galaxy.
You got yeah. Like it was funny. Remember, I always say this because when we were going around and Vanessa was like, "What's your favorite 50 Express product?" And I'm over here saying, because I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, and I think I was doing the cake mix, or I can't even remember what was it that I said that I liked. And Claude's like, "That's not Claudia." I said Claude. She's like, "That's not your favorite 50 Express product." I was like, "Really? What is it?" She's like, "The Galaxy does it." I was like, "Oh my god, I talk about it all the time." And I'm like over here, I'm like, "What's my favorite?"
I have a
We
couple,
have to redo
I,
it.
I
I was
definitely have a couple favorites though, but like the other day
White
she
cake
made
mix.
White cake mix. Oh,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
Her and I ate a little piece. We ate like the whole thing. I was
I
like, no,
literally
just give me
we
a
ate
little
the
piece.
whole thing.
Oh my god,
We
I was like,
bomb.
We ate the whole thing.
I'm-
It was literally like a
oh
cake like
my
this, and we ate the whole thing. I didn't even share with my. This is how selfish I was the other day. That's how good it is. That I didn't even
didn't
share
share
with
with
my
anybody.
coworkers.
You shared it with me, but I it's my fault. 'cause
I didn't
ate
sleep
most
good
of
at
it.
night. I didn't sleep good at night because I didn't share it with them. Honestly, I was like, but I ate the whole thing. Like
that
me and
cake
her
mix
ate
is
the whole thing.
good.
It's
the
so
best.
good.
Yeah, it's
Spongy.
really, a lot of the 50 Express, if you guys haven't tried them, the cake mixes, they are so
They
good.
are good.
Try them for real, because they
And
they
that
are
one-
different. They're not like, I mean, I know a lot of people use the store ones, like the Betty Crocker and
Oh, yeah.
and those are good too, but these ones are like top notch. They're so good.
Like, they don't
These are
even-
professional.
Honestly,
not
they're
that the other
really
ones are not
really good.
professional.
Like, and I really like them a lot. So try.
And I
them.
like that the white one, you don't have to use eggs.
Oh yeah, it's just water
Girl,
and
just
oil.
water and oil. I was like,
Water
no
and
eggs. I got
oil.
excited. I was
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's
I know
bomb.
it's a little more pricey, but you also don't have to add the eggs, and you just put oil and water. That's all you need.
But it makes you a lot. It makes you, what, 3 8x2 pens?
Yes, because it's a 2-pounder.
Yeah, I
it's
love
not
it.
one.
okay, so I got excited and I dipped the apple and I was supposed to color it because we were talking over here.
Color.
What theme
Oh,
are
you're
we
supposed to
doing?
We're
color-
doing a spring themed,
Oh, okay.
apple. and I was supposed to color it. I'm using olive, but you can use sage. But we don't have sage right now. It's coming. It's on its way. But you can use olive, and olive, if you just put a few drops, it actually looks like very, very, very similar to sage. Okay, so
Is spring your favorite season?
summer.
I think I gotta say fall.
Summer-
I think fall is like my favorite.
Fall.
'cause it's already
I feel like
summer.
I think like everybody's favorite is fall because of the holidays, but I wanted to be different. I'm just kidding.
I wanted to be different.
I think I like spring, but I think I like fall more because the holidays are coming up, and then it's just
like a
feels so
feeling.
nice.
It's a
like,
feeling, huh?
Like and I don't really like
It's
the
beautiful.
heat.
I love summer.
hate the heat.
I love
I
summer
hate
because
summer.
it's my birthday. That's why I
Oh,
won.
our birthday,
I
yeah.
love the summer because it's my birthday, and back then I used to have a really good time in the summer because you were off of school. Nowadays you're always working, like us, we're always working. But that has always stayed in my head, I guess. And it's like, oh yeah, I could go to the beach, I could put a cute little dress on, and do all that stuff.
Don't lie, Elizabeth.
I
Did you
cannot.
go to the beach last summer?
Like twice.
I never go to the I
shouldn't
hate
even
the
get
beach.
in.
But if I wanted to, I could. And when it's cold, you can't even go to the beach because you're freezing. You could put 20
yeah,
layers on
that's
it.
No, I love
Still
fall, winter. So
Yeah.
from summer or all of summer, I will be in a bad mood. So nobody talk to me or
I
look
know,
at
it's
me.
so
Yeah,
hot.
I will be working from home. No, just
I
kidding.
know.
I
In the AC.
I just cannot be outside in the summer. Like I don't like the summer.
Yeah.
It gets me in a bad mood. And
Unless you're
I
gonna go
hate
like,
it.
unless you're gonna go to a pool party or like you're gonna
Look,
have a drink in your hand.
But
and
seriously,
or
like
the river.
the days are
yeah.
the days are longer. They
That's-
seem
I
that
do-
way
I do like the days
because
I
the
do
because
like
the
long
sun's
days.
out. I don't like at 5 o'clock, at 4:30 o'clock, 4:30.
Yeah, that's
It's already
something I
getting
don't
dark.
like.
That sucks.
I
You
love
just
it.
get it.
Stop changing the time.
What happens is that you get hungry, so you get bigger. Because you just want to stay home, you get lazier, you don't want to get off your bed because it's freezing, your bones are hurting when you get older. When you're a kid, it's like whatever. Because you could, you can handle the cold.
Why you gotta kill it, Elizabeth?
And in the
I
summertime,
know.
you get up, you get
you're
that
just being
vitamin.
a negative Nancy.
No, I'm not being negative. This is why I'm
Sorry
telling
if your
you.
name is Nancy.
This is why I enjoy summer though, because summer you wake up, the sun's out, you feel like energized, and you're like it's bright outside. You get the vitamin D. It's good for your body, and then you're like ready to conquer the day. And then the summer nights are the best. You can go out, have an ice cream,
Yeah, that's
go
true.
get
The
some.
summer
It's
nights are
just
cool.
I don't know.
I'm already depressed.
Everybody's out
You
walking
can
their
get-
dogs.
you
I'm
can
already
get
sweating. I'm already
vitamin-
sweating just thinking about all that vitamin D.
You can get vitamin D many other ways, like a vitamin.
It's not the same.
vitamin.
Something natural and I'm just.
Well,
kidding. No,
there
it's
is
true.
another natural
It's
way
true.
that we cannot talk about.
Whoa, that's.
But I
That's a-
cannot. I'm already depressed.
I'm already depressed.
I can't. I've
Maria,
never been like
Maria
I've always
said
been
that
like
she loves the white cake
Oh,
mix,
cake
and she
mix?
said she added pistachio,
that.
and it
I
turned
love
out delicious.
pistachio.
Oh
She
my
added-
God,
So you
that's
added,
so-
Maria, you need to send us the recipe right now. You added pistachio nuts or a flavoring, or what did you do?
Yes.
Because I love pistachio.
I mean, honestly,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
you
in for
can
the
add
day.
a flavor
do we
to
have
all the
a
cake mixes.
esencia? A pistachio?
Yeah, we do.
We have a concentrado and an essence.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm going to try it. We should try it.
yeah.
So I
That
just added a
sounds
little bit. Look
delicious.
at, as you guys can see, it's a little light. It's light. This is the darkest
It's
that you can get, but you
pretty.
can get so many different colors
Yeah,
with
that
these.
looks nice too. It
That
almost
looks
looks
nice.
like the sage
Yeah,
color.
sages are really
It's
pretty.
a little
color.
darker tone, but it
Yes.
still looks nice.
But it looks very similar.
It's
like
very
you know.
pretty.
All right. Make sure
So
you remove
Lorena
all
says,
the chocolate.
I let my apple sit in the fridge for 30 minutes. When I went to dip it in the chocolate, my dulce de leche was runny with the chocolate.
Did she let it sit out after?
You have to let it sit out after for
for
another
about
30 minutes.
Yeah.
And
And
then
the longer you let it sit, the better. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is why I tell you guys, like, yeah, you can, but I prefer to always leave it more than 4 to overnight, 8 hours. The longer you let them
And
sit
room temperature.
in room temperature, naturally doing its thing, the better that your dulce de leche works for you. Okay.
okay.
You can, but yeah, that's why I always let them sit overnight. Or for at least 4 hours solid.
At
Because these ones,
least, yeah.
because these ones, I literally dip them like around probably like 8:15. So it's 12, like at 8:15, I dip these. And these ones, you can see my chocolate. It didn't go into my chocolate. Okay.
Because, I mean, 30 minutes, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that's like a least scenario. Like, try
Yeah.
not to do it. I mean, you could, but it's best to just leave it out.
Yeah.
for better results.
Yes.
Jazzy Sweets wants to know what cake mixes can I add flavoring to? So white cake,
The white.
for sure. I think white cake you can make,
Yeah,
anything,
and the
it's
any
cream and the
flavor.
cream
The cream
cake
cake
mix
mix
as
too.
well.
and the cream cake mix.
The cream, so the cream cake mix, that's more for like muffins, a bun,
Pound cakes.
Oh, yeah.
things like that.
You can use them for cakes, but
you
that
can
one
use
is,
it for
is
cakes too. But
usually that's what they use that one.
yeah,
for.
I would
Yeah.
honestly, I would use a white cake mix for cakes because it's fire. And then
It's bomb, you
it's
guys.
so
It's
bomb.
not
But
even-
yeah, also
I love that.
the white cake mix and also the cream cake mix.
I think I cut the hole too big. Look at this.
Priscilla, we sell caramel and the dulce de leche at the stores.
Yes,
We
have,
sell them both.
Yeah, we carry Peter's caramel and then we also have this dulce de
Yes.
leche. We have both.
All right, so I'm gonna start doing the drizzle here. So you let your apple dry. You do the drizzle. I'm gonna add my sprinkles. And I'm just gonna go side to side. Sorry, I cut my bag a little thick. So this is why. You always want to not do what no, I'm just kidding. So you want to, you always have to, I'm just gonna add a little bit of nonpareils here. I
Well,
mix-
it's still wet, right?
Well, it's still wet. You want to do your drizzle and then adding your nonpareils,
Or
right?
sprinkles
or
or
sprinkles or whatever
whatever
you're gonna
you're
add
adding,
when your dulce de leche, when your drizzle's wet, okay?
your chocolate.
Yeah. What did I say?
Your drizzle.
Or
Yeah,
drizzle
but your
chocolate.
yeah.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna add this beautiful flour to it here.
Ooh, I love that.
I
So
love that mold.
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yes, I love it. I feel like I
Because
always
you can change it up. You can do tropical colors.
Yes.
yes,
Like
like,
a
a yellow
orange.
or orange or
It's
like,
like-
hot pink or
Yeah, hot pink, orange, and like a yellow, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's so pretty. You can do so many things, and honestly, that mold was there for like ever. And I just you have to make sure that it dries because if not, it's so heavy, it'll fall down. Okay,
Yeah, because
I
that's a
love
big
that
that's
mold.
a
It's
big piece
beautiful.
of that's a big like
that's
mold,
a big
right? It's a big
it's a pretty
piece of
big mold.
chocolate.
I'm gonna place it on my tab here. I was telling Vanessa this morning that I don't know what I was thinking when I was buying the apples today, but all the apples I got were all like crooked and stuff, and I was like, I think I must have been asleep.
And that's really weird because whenever I go with her to go get the apple, she's always like, no, not that one. Oh,
Honestly,
not
like
this one.
I
what about this one?
Sometimes
Oh,
when I have to
yeah,
go buy
Mucala.
apples, I get a little bit embarrassed because like I
You're
don't
there
want
for 3
I'm
hours?
literally there. I'm literally there, and I'm like going like this,
They're
and
probably like,
people are
"This
like, "This lady
Like,
again."
just get it. Yeah.
Yeah, just get it. But
Just
they don't
pick an
understand that,
apple.
you know, it has to be pretty because if you're going to sell something, it has to be pretty. But, you know, with the whole, like, COVID thing and the whole, like, germs, like, people don't want you to be touching, like, the fruit.
All the apples.
All the apples.
Oh, that's
and
why
stuff.
people have to wash them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
That's why
some
you have
people
to wash
don't.
them.
You
It's
gotta go
important.
home
Some
and
people
wash
don't wash
them
them.
good.
Okay? So, yeah, so we're just going to put it in our, go ahead and do the honors cloud. And put
That's
it
a
in.
cute Mother's Day.
This is
Also,
a cute spring Mother's Day.
apple.
Hey, so this one we're probably gonna have to do like bust a mission to put it in there because this straw is big.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of have to like do this first, right? Or
Let me see.
yeah, do that here.
Do we ship to Canada?
To Canada?
No, huh?
I'm
It's
not
expensive.
100% sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Liz,
We'll
do
let you know.
Yeah, send us a DM and we'll get that the correct information for you. Do you have the flower mold on you? Because some they want to see it.
Yes. So let me show you guys the flower mold here.
It's beautiful. I love that mold.
You see it there? It's 3
There it
flowers
is, yeah.
all together.
And I use chocolate when you guys want. I mean I have we have to warm up the chocolate thing. Okay, so there it is. All right. So I use you can use fondant. I know Vanessa has used it
I
with
use
fondant,
fondant,
and
yeah.
I also used chocolate. Okay, this one I made out of chocolate. Do you guys want me to show you guys how I used it?
Yeah, just
Okay,
show 'em
I
what
just
time is
Yeah.
it.
let me
Well,
heat
we
up.
already passed.
let me heat
Is
up-
Instagram still on? Because I know it cuts
It
off.
has a limit.
It has a limit.
It has a limit. It's off already. Bye bye.
We do sell we have the clear boxes at Baldwin too.
Yes,
Yes.
so we have clear
We
boxes,
are
we have white
stocked.
boxes,
And the
we have,
craft.
and the craft color ones.
craft ones
We
too.
also have the sallow bags, the ones that open
Oh,
up.
yeah.
If you
Ones.
want like a cheaper, packaging.
Yeah, if you don't want to,
That
charge-
one's cute. I think for like the peanut ones.
Yes,
Like
for
the-
the peanut one, yes.
Or if M&M, whatever you put on those, those bags are usually seen with those. The more decorated ones, like the one you have right now, are perfect for.
Yeah.
It's cute. So I'm gonna show you guys how to fill this mold. Obviously, did I talk about did I talk about the oil-based colors? So you always want to use oil-based colors when you're coloring your chocolate. Okay, that's very important. If you use gel colors, it will definitely damage your chocolate and it won't flow nicely. Because we're all shutting it up. I forgot to.
Real quick, on all my Instagram viewers, I just want to make sure you guys can see us in here. So I want to make sure we're on. So if we are, can you just like send a thumbs up emoji or just an emoji, just so we know you guys can hear us, okay? Please.
It seems like all of them
or
are
see
still
us.
on though, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
I just want to make
Sister
sure that they
Sweets-
can see us on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mold, I have all my colors obviously in our tipless bags. I'm just gonna. You don't want your chocolate to be too runny when you're doing this, so that it doesn't run all over the other flowers. Okay, so you just go here, and then I just fill in one flower with one color, obviously. The other one with the other color.
Oh, it's all quiet.
I know.
And then this one with this color here.
And again, you can change. I love that you can just change the color to whatever.
Yes.
Like do a white
Whatever
one with like
theme
a
it is.
petal dust,
Yeah,
yellow
you
in the
can-
The
middle.
white with the yellow, those ones are
Yeah, I didn't
really
put
good.
galaxy dust.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, you didn't put galaxy.
Okay,
It's okay.
so I did that, and then I'm gonna do
The petals.
the leaves here, the
The
petals
leaves.
or whatever you want to call them. Okay,
Liz Carolyn from Facebook, she wants to know what's in the pink bag.
in the pink bag. And
The
oh,
this
crumbs.
one.
oh
You
yeah.
Use it, Elizabeth.
So I didn't use that one, but
This is a strawberry crunch.
it's a strawberry crunch. You don't have to make it. You know, I know some people make it out there. But if let's say you want to make we have a strawberry, we have a chocolate crunch, and
And
we
a
also have a banana one.
Yeah.
They're really popular, and you can also do that as a topping, okay, to
Yes,
your apples.
Super good.
Super, super good. So that's pretty much how you do it. You pop it in the freezer for a couple minutes, and then you have to make sure that it's completely dry, and then you just start removing it from the mold, and it's pretty easy and simple to do, okay?
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so then that's it, right?
Yeah.
You want to do the giveaway now?
Yeah, let's do the giveaway.
Here, oh yeah,
What's the
I
giveaway?
forgot to use the galaxy dust. No!
Too late. Too late.
Oh, hey Twins in the Kitchen fans. It's time for our weekly giveaway. First to comment the correct answer wins. Check out today's prizes. Are you ready? Today's question is what is Liz's favorite season?
Oh.
Remember, if you won in the past 30 days, you are not eligible,
This is Liz.
unfortunately.
This is Liz right here. What's her favorite season?
Favorite season.
Elizabeth.
So we
Okay,
got
okay.
TikTok, but I know she just won recently, so we can't. Marina Sweet Treats for Instagram.
Woohoo! Congrats.
And we have Priscilla on Facebook.
Priscilla.
So we got them.
Okay, cool.
So she said, somebody asked, how long do you put it in the freezer for?
Yes.
Just for a couple minutes.
Like maybe
I want to
like
say,
5?
this one's
'Cause
pretty
it's big.
This one's pretty big, so I will leave it probably for around 5 minutes. And then as you can see, you can start like moving it from the side like this. And it starts detaching when it's fully dry.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
somebody said, I think they said, how do you store
How do you
the
store it
apples?
after?
Yeah, store the apples after.
Yeah, honestly, leave them in a cool place. You don't have to put them in the refrigerator. You can, but I don't prefer to do. I don't really like to do that because the moisture of the refrigerator, it always creates that sweat. Once you get them out and you take them
The
to wherever,
condensation
the
with
condensation,
yeah.
it gets it like kind of sweaty, and I don't really like the way
Yeah.
that looks. And it can also damage if you have like sprinkles or something like that. It can maybe damage or it could bleed over to your chocolate. So just in room temperature, as long as it's cool, you don't want it can't be like super hot because then they'll start like melting, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, in room temperature should be fine, and then they last a couple of days, fresh and
All right.
delicious.
Yes.
Cool.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Okay.
So,
Is that
and
it?
Any other questions that we
any
didn't
other
answer?
questions? Just a reminder to our giveaway winners, congratulations.
Yes.
Send me a message via the platform that you won. So Facebook, Instagram. Remember, you have 24 hours to claim. By claiming, just send me your, hey, I won, and then I will ask for your information.
24 hours to claim.
To
Okay,
claim
guys,
your
remember that.
gift.
Sandra, no more than 1 to 2 days before.
Yes.
How long ahead do you have to you recommend to do the apples? No more than 1 or 2 days, okay?
Just because you want to maintain that
You wanna be
freshness and stuff like that. But the apples, they do last, a couple days, and they stay fresh and pretty good. But yeah, you don't want to make them too far in advance, okay?
Alan, on the Facebook comments, can you go up? Because I guess there was 2 Priscillas, but it was Priscilla. Go up. Priscilla Guillen. That's who won for Facebook, because there was 2. Just to clarify.
Okie dokie,
Okay,
guys.
that's it.
All right, that's it. So remember to stop by Baker's Express in Baldwin Park and now Baker's Express in La Habra, or shop online at bakersexpress.com to purchase all of what Elizabeth used today. And thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.